everyone, welcome back to my channel. This weekend is my baby shower and I'm really excited. I've done all of the planning myself, so I thought I would share my tips and tricks with you guys to keep organised and keep it to a low budget. So just keep watching.
Ain't nothing better than watching you smile. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ain't nothing better than watching you laugh out loud, my baby. Ain't nothing better than watching you be you. Ain't nothing better than right now.
So the first thing to do is start your planning. I'd recommend doing this about 3 months prior to the baby shower. If you write everything down in one notebook like this one, then you'll be able to keep it all together and keep organised and stay on top of things. There are lots of decisions to be made when planning a baby shower, so I find making quick, easy decisions are a good way to keep things simple. The first thing you need to decide is the location of your baby shower, whether that be at your place, at a friend's place, or if you want to hire a venue. And then you need to choose a date and time. The next step is selecting your theme and tone of your baby shower. This might determine or be determined by the time that you choose to hold your baby shower. Your theme could be as specific as a particular animal or your favourite character, or it could be as general as a colour scheme. I chose to go with the Neapolitan ice cream colour scheme, which is brown, white and pink. In choosing the tone, you need to think about whether you want your baby shower to be really cutesy and fun, or funky and outgoing, or maybe classical and reserved. The next step is choosing your guest list. So you need to think about whether you want it to be all girls or whether you're going to have a couple's baby shower. Also think about whether you are inviting children. Once you've set the theme and decided how many people you're going to invite, now you need to work on your budget. Sit down and figure out exactly how much you have to spend on the baby shower, whether it be $200, $500, or whether you have thousands to spare. If that's you, I'm very jealous. The next step is putting together a menu, and this is determined by your budget, the amount of guests you're inviting, and your theme and tone of your baby shower as well. Make sure you cater for anyone who has any dietary requirements or allergies. Pinterest is a great place to go for ideas for food and also decorations, which is the next step. Your decorations will obviously need to follow your theme or your colour scheme, so write out a list of everything you want to include in your decorations. Also think about what sort of party favours you want to provide your guests. And lastly, you need to decide on games and activities. I found just searching baby shower games in Google brought up a whole list of ideas. Once you've made decisions about each of these things, it's time to move on to creating a schedule. Like I said, it's a good idea to start planning about 3 months prior to the baby shower, so write out a timeline of all the tasks that you need to complete leading up to the baby shower. You need to figure out when you're going to send out your invitations. I think it's a good idea to do that about 6 weeks before the baby shower, but this will depend on whether you intend on making the invitations yourself or if you intend on buying them. If you're going to make them yourself, I'd suggest starting a couple of weeks before you want to send them out. Likewise, if you decided to make any decorations or game supplies or anything for yourself, you need to figure out when you need to start making everything. If you're not making them yourself, decide when you're going to go out and buy everything. Decide when you want your RSVP date to be. This will depend on whether you are making all the food yourself or whether you're hiring a caterer. You'll need to let them know how many people RSVP'd by a certain date. Also figure out when you're going to decorate your venue. This is a lot easier if you're doing it at your own house. If you intend to hire a venue, then you might need to figure out when you're allowed to go in and start setting up the room for the decorations. Also, if you plan on doing a registry, you'll need to set that up before you send your invitations out so that you can let people know how to get to your registry. A big tip that I have is make lists. I have lists all through my notebook. I'm constantly updating my to-do list and my to-buy list. Make sure you tick off everybody's name as soon as they RSVP so you can keep track of who's coming and not forget with your baby brain. Just write everything down. It'll make it a lot easier to keep track of what you're up to. If you are on a tight budget, I find it helpful to accumulate your supplies gradually. So start early on, go to cheap stores. I cannot stress this enough. $2 stores, like these are Australian stores, the Reject Shop, Stax, Sam's Warehouse, Crazy Clark's, and any other cheap stores you might have nearby. They usually have a baby shower section so you can grab really cheap stuff. My tip for keeping stress levels down is to delegate. If you have anyone that can help you, give them tasks to do so that you don't have to do all of the work. If you're feeling overwhelmed, try to cut corners. Look through your to-do list and see if you can cut anything out that you don't absolutely have to do. Don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it, and if someone offers to help, accept it. When it comes to deciding on decorations, it's a good idea to walk around your venue if you can and take photos or draw a diagram and decide where you want things to go, and then make a list of all of that so that you can refer back to it later. And when it comes to choosing your games, try not to make them too corny. Unless you have a really lively bunch, prepare for low participation or effort. Make sure you include some games or activities where everyone can sit down, because not everyone's going to want to get up and participate. Make sure you have a variety of different types of games and activities, and if you are having kids, make sure you cater to them as well as the adults. When it comes to putting together your registry, try and keep a bit of variation. Make sure you include lots of inexpensive items to cater for everyone's budgets, but also include a few big items as well in case someone's feeling generous. It may not seem like a big deal, but picking your outfit for the day might be more difficult than you think. Because of your growing bump, you need to make sure you choose your outfit only 1 or 2 weeks before the baby shower to make sure that it still fits on the day. Make sure you take lots and lots of photos because you're going to want to remember this day. And last of all, have fun. I know it can be stressful planning a party, especially if you're doing a lot of it yourself, but when it comes to the day, try and relax and enjoy the fuss that everyone's making over you. So now I'm going to share with you the decorations that I chose for my baby shower. Okay, so these are all of my decorations. As you can see, I have a pink, white and brown colour theme. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on each object and explain what it's for. This cupcake stand was an amazing find. We actually found it at Lifeline. It was $4, I think, and it's a stainless steel cupcake stand, 4 tiers. I think it holds 22 or 23 cupcakes. So it's just gorgeous, and for $4. And for the cupcake patties, we found these in the reject shop. It was $3 for 100 cupcake cases, and they have this gorgeous scalloped edge, and they're the pink, brown and white colours. For drinks, we found these glass milk bottles in stacks. They were $6 for a pack of 6, so $1 each, which is crazy cheap. They hold 250 mils of liquid, and we bought half in pink and half in white, and then to go with them we bought these brown and white striped straws. I bought these on eBay from Confetti & Co. I'll link them down below. They're an online party supply store that sell a whole heap of different party supplies. I was really happy with their service. They shipped out the next day and they had arrived within a week. So these will go with the glasses. Also, to go with the milk bottles, I picked up these chalkboard label stickers. They came from Riot Art & Craft. I can't remember exactly how much I paid for them, but they were pretty cheap. So I bought enough of those to go with each of the milk bottles, and then I also picked up a pack of chalk. That was $1.50 at Officeworks, so that was really cheap. For serving cake and other food, I picked up these party plates in a baby shower theme. They're pink and brown and white. They came from Stacks and they were $3.50 for 8 plates. We also have paper napkins in chocolate. These came from the Party Depot store that's up the road from my house. I'll link them down below as well. They were $5.95 for 50. And I think the pink ones came from the reject shop as well, but there's no price on them. I'm not sure how much they would have been, but they would have only been a couple of dollars. Up the back we have a giant baby bottle, which is actually a money tin. It came from Stacks and it was $4.50, and what we're going to use it for is we're going to fill it with jelly beans and have a Guess the Jelly Bean contest, and the winner wins the jar of jelly beans. The mini baby bottles in front are to be used for the party favours. We're going to fill them with bath salts for each of the guests and tie a ribbon around the top as well. They were also from Stacks. They were $2 a pack, so $1 each. Next to the giant baby bottle is a table decoration that I picked up from Stacks as well for $2. It can also be used as a balloon weight, so it's pink and it has some stars and it spreads out when you open it out of the pack, and it has "It's a Girl" at the top. I bought these white feathers from Spotlight. I think they're about $4 or $5, and I bought them to include into the table decoration so that I can include some white in there as well as the pink. So these are the smaller bits and pieces that we're going to use for decorations around the place. First of all, up the back on the left, I have some crochet cotton that I bought for $2.50 at Just Crazy Bargains. It fades from a really bright pink to a lighter pink to white. And we're going to string that up in the windows as sort of a washing line looking thing. And what we're going to do is use the pegs that are sitting underneath the cotton just there to hang up some onesies as decorations. The pegs came from Bunnings Warehouse and they were about $2 I think for 24 wooden pegs. As you can see, I have a whole stash of different ribbons. My mother-in-law picked up a whole heap from Sam's Warehouse in a closing down sale. They're very bright pink, so I'm not sure if we're going to use all of them. But the smaller ones I bought from Spotlight and they were also on sale. Next we have the table confetti that we're going to use. This is some confetti that I put together from various packets that I bought from places like Spotlight and cheap shops. So it's a girl in different colours. It has some safety pins, some baby bottles and some brown sequins. So that is going to be going on the food table. This is something that we actually used for our wedding and we thought it would be cute to reuse it for the baby shower. These are just some little wooden hearts that I picked up from Riot Art and Craft. I painted them white myself and put some silver glitter glue on them. So I'm not sure exactly where we're going to put those, but we'll probably just spread them around on some tables. At the front we just have some pink and brown streamers. I think they were $1.50 a pack and they were from Spotlight. Lastly, over on the right we have a whole heap of bibs. I bought these from Target. They were 10 for $15 and they're just some plain white cotton bibs that I'm going to have the guests decorate for the baby. And that is where the paints come in here. These are some 3D fabric paints that I bought from Riot Art and Craft. This pack was, I think, $16.99 or something, and there's 6 tubes of colour. There's purple, pink, blue, white, green and yellow, and they have glitter in them. And then I decided to get a few of these ones as well. This is just a shiny black for in case anyone wants to use that for outlines. And then a metallic pink, which is a really pretty baby pink. And then a metallic white as well. And they were, I think, $5 each. And over here is a plastic drop sheet that I bought from Bunnings. It was 98 cents. And we're just going to use that to cover the tablecloth that we're going to use on the table to paint the bibs. So that's pretty much all of the decorations that I bought for the party. I'm also in the process of hand making some bunting to hang up in the dining room archway, and we'll be purchasing some balloons on the day. That's all the tips and tricks I have to share with you guys today, so thank you so much for watching. I hope this really helped some of you who are planning your baby shower. Make sure to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video.